Hello, welcome to Just Prime, and as part of this video we are going to see the relational operators in Java. Okay, before starting these relational operators in Java, basically as part of the previous video we have discussed about the arithmetic operators like plus, minus, multiplication, division, pre-increment, post-increment operators. So basically these arithmetic operators will act on two operands of same type, and it will create or it will produce the same kind of output data type. Basically if you try to combine or if you try to add two integers, it will result in another integers. So that is the main agenda or usage of arithmetic operators, so that we have discussed in the previous video basically. So as part of this video we are going to see a different kind of operators called relational operators. So how it will be different between arithmetic to relational operators, we are going to see in this video with the examples basically. So that's the main agenda of this video, relational operators. So let's come back to the relational operators. So basically these relational operators will act on two operands of same type, and it will produce a boolean type. So, whereas arithmetic operators will produce a similar kind of data type, whereas in relational operators it will produce a boolean data type. Boolean can be true or false, right? So we have discussed this boolean data type as part of the data types in the previous videos. Okay, so now we are going to see what are the different types of relational operators are available in Java programming. Okay, yeah. So basically if we see in PPT, basically we have totally six relational operators are available in Java. Like I mentioned here: equals, not equal, greater than or equal, less than or equal. So these are the six different types of relational operators are available, and we are going to see an example, use case of this each operator, so that we will get practical idea. So how we are going to use it in Java programming language, and how we are going to produce the a boolean value. Okay, so if we see the first one, equals, first we will discuss theoretically one by one, then we are going to see the practical programming. So the first one, basically equal. So basically the first one, equal meaning, so basically it will try to compare the two operands, and it will try to produce a boolean value whether these two operands of same type. Basically this is very important. So these relational operators will act on the same type, whether you can able to compare two integers or two boolean, two floats, long, like that. So in this case we are assuming, to make it simple, we are going to use integers. So basically we are trying to compare two integers, whether the two integers are equal or not. Equal in the sense we are trying to compare here values. So based on that it will results a boolean value. It can be true or false. Similarly the second one, not equal. So basically here also we are trying to compare two operands of values, and we are trying to compare whether these two are not equal. So if both are not equal, then it will result true, else it will result false. So similarly the third one, basically greater than. So here also we are trying to compare two operands of their values, whether the first or left operand is greater than the right operand. So if the condition is true, then it will give it true, else it will give it false, the result value. It's a boolean basically. So similarly the fourth one, greater than or equal to. If when we are trying to compare two operands, the left operand is greater than or equal to the right operand, so then it will result true, else false. So the fifth one, basically less than. So here also we are trying to compare two operands. If the left operand is less than right operand, then it will result true, else false. So the last one, less than or equal to. So here also basically we are trying to compare two operands of same data type, and if the left operand is less than or equal to right operand, so then it will result true, else false. So these are the some of the theoretical explanation of these relational operators in Java. So now we are going to see the some of the practical examples of each operators one by one. Okay, so let me open my Eclipse. Yeah, as part of the previous videos we have already seen how to install the Eclipse and how to create a Java programs. So me close all those things. I'm going to create a new Java program. So right click here, new. So go to others and select Java project. So you can type here relational operators. So basically I'm given my project name relational operators, relational relational operator demo. This is my Java project name. So click on next and finish it. So don't need anything right now. Yeah, so this is the Java project I got created. Expand it. So we have a default source folder. So inside that I'm going to create new Java class name called relational demo. Okay, this is my class name and finish it. Yeah, so now our class is ready. So inside the class, basically if you want to write or if you want to do some operations, basically we need a main method. So I'm going to write a main method, type main, control space bar and select main method. So then it will generate the default main method. So you no need to write this public static void main. So this is the shortcut you can use. You can type main, control space bar and you will get main. So then you can select it. This code will be generated by Eclipse. So this is one of the advantage of Eclipse. Okay, now we are going to see the relational operators. Okay, so basically we are going to see one by one relational operators over here. The first one we are going to see equal to. Okay, so basically equal to means what is this? So basically here, say for instance I have two integers, integer 10, x equal to 10 comma and b equal to 20 or 11, you can consider 12, whatever. So basically I have two integers of one is a equal to 10 and b equal to 12. So now what I want to do, I want to compare these two integers whether they are equal or not. So by seeing this value we can say 10 and 12 are not equal, right? So it's very easy. But now I want to use a programming knowledge and I want to calculate the results and I want to display to the user, right? So that's my main agenda. So like I said, right, so these relational operators will produce a Boolean value. So to store this value, I'm going to declare a Boolean value and I'm saying this one is equal. So you can write here a double equal to b. So what it will give basically, so what I'm trying to do here, I'm trying to compare a equal to b and the result I'm trying to store a Boolean of variable name is equal, right? So this is what it's resulting a Boolean value, I'm storing it. So now I want to print the value and I want to display in the console, right? So to write in the console something, so we have to use system.out.println. So I don't want to write all those things. You can just type sys out and control spacebar. It will generate system.out.println. These shortcuts we have discussed in previous videos as well. So now what I want to display, this 10 equal to 12, right? So what is the results? So I'm going to print the value. Yes, so this 10 just display proper way. So whatever available in the codes, it will display as it is, and I'm trying to print the Boolean value. So 10 double equal to 12, whether this is equal or not, right? So maximize it. So now to run this program, and if you want to see the output, so you can select here run and you can come back and you can select the program. So this is one approach, or directly you right click here, you run, select the Java application and it will run the program and it will display the results. It's saying false. Basically 10 and 12 are not equal, right? So then it's saying false. So this is the way Java program will calculate, basically to try to compare these two operands values, and it will produce the results, right? So this is one of the way you can calculate the results. Okay, now I'll go to the another example, not equal. So basically here what I want to do here, I want to compare two operands whether they are not equal. That's what my main agenda. So I need to check whether these two are not equal or not, right? So let me take another pair of integers. So basically I have two integers, x equal to 7 and y equal to 9. Now I want to compare. So these two are not equal. So not equal to x not equal to y. I'm storing the value into Boolean of variable type is any. So finally what I want to do, I want to print the value, right? So to print the value, I'm just going to copy this one, just paste it so that we can able to see the results. So you can type here, so 7 not equal to 9, right? So this is what I want to see the results. So you can type here not equal to. So basically here what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to compare 7 not equal to 9, whether these results will be true or false. So that I'm trying to store in a Boolean value, and that value I'm printing over here. So let me run this program and see the output. Yes, if you see here, right, 7 not equal to 9, it is true, and it is printing true. So this is the way we can able to compare two operands of similar kind of type, and it will produce the Boolean value. Okay, so now I'm going to demonstrate the third example called greater than, right? So here also I'm going to take two variable integer type, one is 23 and 45, and equal to. Okay, basically what I did here, I have taken two variables m and n of similar data type, and one variable is having 23 and second variable is having 45. So now what I have to do, I have to compare these two variables of first one is greater than to next one. So what I'm trying to compare here, I'm thinking here first one is greater than or bigger value than the second one. So left one is greater than, bigger value than right one. So how to compare this one programmatically? So you can take a Boolean value, type here m greater than n. So this will result a Boolean, and the Boolean value I'm storing into a GT variable, and I'm going to print the value in the console. So you can type here just for our understanding purpose. So this is greater than 45, and you can display the results GT. Okay, so what we are trying to comparing here, 23 is greater than 45. So left side value is bigger than right side value. So that's what we are trying to expecting. So let me run this program and see the results. So it's saying false. So 23 is smaller number, so we are getting the results is false. So this is the way we can use greater than value, and we can see the results. Okay, now we are going to see the fourth one, greater than or equal to. So basically this is also similar kind of previous comparison, but there is additional check is there here. It can be greater than or equal to as well. So that's what we are trying to compare here. So let me take the same code as it is. Take here m1 and n1, m1, n1. So if we try to compare here, right? So what I'm trying to here, right? So I'm trying to compare the left one is greater than or equal to the right one, right? So what I'm trying to here, I will try to give the similar value. So what will happen? So right now if we see, right, so both the values are equal, right? So let me, instead of equal, let me give here greater than. So what will happen, right? So now I will give the value over here 24 greater than or equal to, yes, this is the greater than or equal to, I'm printing the value. So left side is 23, right side is 24. I'm trying to compare here. So the left side value is greater than or equal to the right side value. So let me run this program and see the results. So it's giving the false. Basically 23 is a smaller number than 24. So the value is correct, right? So these are small numbers, so we can able to guess it. So when we are writing a real-time programming or big programming, it's very difficult to see each and every value. So that's what we can use this kind of relational operators. We can build the program. Okay. So now we are going to see the next operator called less than. Okay, less than. So basically this is also a similar kind of the previous example, but it's slightly different. The comparison is different. So let me take two digits of type 4 equal to 4 comma equal to x7. Okay, so this is the where I declare two variables. Let me give here L1 and let me give here M1. Give this one P. We have already declared the variable, so we cannot use same variable name. So basically what I did here, I declared the two variables of type integer. One is P and another one is Q. One is having 4 and another one is having 7. So what I want to do here, I want to compare these two variables. So P is less than Q and I want to store the result value in a boolean of LT and I want to put the value, right? So that's what I want to comparison here. Basically what I'm trying to do here, I'm trying to compare the left side value with right side value, thinking left side value is smaller than right side value. So here 4, here 7, and the relational operator here is less than, right? So the boolean variable name is LT. So this is where we are trying to compare here. So we are trying to compare here, the left side variable is smaller than right side variable. So let me run this program and we will see the results. Yes. So it's giving true. So basically the 4 is smaller than 7. So by seeing this one we can assume it, because these are the smaller numbers, so we can guess the results. So when we are writing the bigger program, so it's difficult to manage these numbers. So that's what these operators, you can use it and you can build a program. Okay, the last relational operators what we are going to see is less than or equal to, right? So this is also very similar to the previous one, only the slight here there is additional check equal to. So let me write this one, P1 and this is Q1 and this is equal to, less than or equal to, right? And this is P1 and we are trying to use the same variable name so that we can use it. Yes, correct. Yeah. So now if you see this example of values, right? So we have taken two variables, P1 equal to 4 and Q1 equal to 7, right? So we are trying to compare here less than or equal to. So what we are trying to do here, we are assuming here the left side value is smaller or equal to the right side value. So, and we can see the results after running this program. So you can give here 4. So let's see the value actually, what will happen. so it's resulting true basically. So for less than or equal to, if there is no equal to, we will get false here, but we have a additional check here, equal to, so it's the finally it's resulting the value is true. So this is the way we can use 6 relational operators, and we can generate a boolean resulted value, so that value we can use it for the next subsequent program process. So this is the way we can define 6 relational operators and that use case and the examples. I think, yeah, that's all about this video. If you like the video, you can click the like button and subscribe the channel for more subsequent updates, and thank you.